Next up is QuillAudits, and here we are. Hello, are you there?
Hello, John. Good morning. Nice to meet you.
Good morning. Nice to meet you too. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm very good, thank you. We come up to a slow start here due to some technical difficulties, but well,
Hmm.
we got it through. Um,
Cool.
of
Just a quick check. Am I allowed to switch on my camera? And
course,
of
of
course. Okay.
course,
All right. Here you
of course.
go.
Cool. Nice to see you. So, could you give us a quick, or not even quick, you have 30 minutes, introduction of QuillAudits?
For sure. First of all, thank you for inviting me, and it's a pleasure to talk to everybody in the summit. My name is Pradeep, and I represent a company called QuillAudits. So QuillAudits is basically a long story short. We are into smart contract auditing. When I say smart contract auditing, any Web3 projects that come in, it is fundamentally built on some kind of some or the other blockchain, and the fundamental technology behind every Web3 projects are usually smart contracts. So the smart contracts are built on different blockchains of the choice of the founder, and these smart contracts are not 100% safe as we know it already. These are historically we have seen where people have taken an undue advantage of smart contract vulnerabilities. They have hacked into Web3 projects, stole billions of millions and billions of dollars, and again proving that there are even the blockchain is not really 100% secure, right? So that is where we come in, and we have a history of being one of the best security web 2 security company, and we evolved into web 3 security company after looking at the recent events, and also the in-house capabilities that we built over a period of time. So that's what we do. We look at code lines and lines of codes of every web3 project. We look at their vulnerabilities, the possibilities of hacks, how strong it is, and we report the same to the founders. So that's in a nutshell about QuillAudits. I had the marketing department at QuillAudits. I have about a bunch of people working with me who are uh, striving every day to build communities, to build partnerships, to build the network, to increase the equity of the QuillAudits as a brand, and participate in as many events as possible, and really spread the message of Web3 security in and its importance. So that's about us, and that's about me.
Awesome. So, why do we need security in Web3?
For sure. If you look at recent events in the Web3 space, clearly, there has been a lot of thefts, honeypot. The people have used all sorts of methods. The latest and the weirdest one is, you might not believe this, but people use screen sharing methods to steal the password and then hence steal the money out of each wallets, MetaMask wallet, for example. So these are the new ways people are coming up with to steal money and to hack into other wallets. So, for example, let me quote an example here. We have all heard of Axie Infinity's 600 million hack, right? This reportedly came as a fake job opportunity, and the person who posed as a candidate for a job that was available in Axie Infinity was actually an attacker and a hacker. So he went into the system, and he got the access into Axie Infinity's mainframes, and he stole $600 million. So the security threats can come from anywhere, and it's very hard to believe in which direction we need to be careful about, but we all know that it is already there. Now, if you
Yeah,
look at the numbers, 47.3% of the hacks in the first half of this year, that is 2022, were due to smart contract vulnerabilities, which means that 50% of the attacks happen at a smart contract level, and around $10 billion is lost in in these hacks in 2021 alone. And we have already seen about $1.6 billion lost in the last 6 months. So this is the data that is speaking out loud, and it is on our face, telling that there is a huge need for security in the Web3 ecosystems as well.
Yeah, well, the crooks they are getting new ways all the time. So I guess you guys have your hands full of really getting ahead of those, so that
Yes.
you have to always upgrade yourself to be ahead of them.
Absolutely. So one of the things that we do is keep researching about recent methods people use to hack and breach the security, and we make sure that we inform about these things to all our partners and to all our clients, as to these are some of the things that is happening in the world, and this can happen to you, anybody, in the Web3, and it is good to be uh, you know uh, good to be taking measures before it hits us, right? So we do a lot of research on a daily basis, and we publish a lot of findings of our research in our, as a part of our newsletter, newsletter on Substack. And then there is weekly analysis of all the hacks that is happening around the world, and the breakdown of all the hacks that have happened, and going to the root of the reasons of what caused that attack, and where are the vulnerabilities, and things like that. So all this research, all these efforts are simply for one simple reason, which is to make people aware of different kind of threats that are available, both for our partners, our clients, and even prospective clients that we interact in the future.
Mm. So how do we work towards securing Web3?
It's a great question. One of the things that we do is, as I said, auditing. We have a very thorough methodology of looking at any lines of codes on any platforms, in the project, and we have a set methods wherein we gather the codes, or the design, from the platforms. We do a statistical analysis of these codes. We do functional testing, which involves manual, a set of manual testing and a set of automated testing. We look at the preliminary results of these tests, and we sit with the companies and discuss our findings. We report the vulnerabilities over there, and then once we report the vulnerabilities, we ask them to check if it is true from any other auditing company, right? So it's not that we are in the business to threaten people about the security, but we are also going one step ahead, and not by not keeping our interest in hand and keeping our clients' interest in hand, and we do a double auditing for that code. So once we have a complete report of that, we give fixing methods for the codes. And once the fixing methods are given out, then the final report of our auditing goes to the client, and based on that final report, they take the next steps of securing it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, we've been through that a few times with you guys, and
Yes.
it's well, I know how big that process is, because when you do, I, I'm going to just assume here I'm not a developer, but
Mhm.
I'm part of this process. And when you recommend changes in a contract based on the audit, the developers needs to do those changes. But when they do that, it will happen something somewhere else usually,
Yes.
so that it's like you going around and around to finally come to the destination where you want to be, and everything is secure.
Yes.
uh, it's a long process, but
Yes.
it's necessary, right? It's very
Yes.
necessary. So
Yes, it is. It is not just necessary. It is also we recommend to our clients that to make this a recurring process, right? Every 3 months or every 2 months or whatever it is, when the fundamental technology improves or changes, the new attack vectors come into play. So the old attack vectors which we had identified during the first round of auditing will not be valid anymore. So there are new points of attacks. So every time there is a change in the smart contract or the technology, it is we always advise to get the auditing done once again, which basically proves goes to show that it's a recurring process and it's not really a once for all process.
yeah, right. Yeah, it's a big difference if you're going to do an audit for a token or if you're going to do an audit for
Mhm.
a marketplace like ours. It,
Yes.
it, it's ridiculous how much more coding there is on a marketplace, and it's three different contracts as well. I believe it was. So
Yes.
yeah, it's a major task.
It
I've been,
is, but as I said, there are complex projects, like yours, for example, for the marketplace, something like marketplace. There are simpler projects which is solving one aspect of a huge problem. So those smart contracts are very simple to audit and very simple to evaluate and monitor. So it again depends on because there is a varying complexity of projects. The steps taken to audit and the post audit monitoring, the methodologies are different.
yeah, right. Yeah. So what are the other major steps you take in supporting Web3?
Sure. So one of the things that we do is we plan things like bug bounty. We allow people to find vulnerabilities in a smart contract. We reward those people who come up with vulnerabilities and who can spot such, weak spots in the smart contracts. And uh, we also have local ambassadors in different markets, for example in Africa or Europe or Asia. So what they do is take our message of the importance of Web3 security to the local entrepreneurs and interact with them and spread awareness about Web3 security and Web3 hacks that are happening. And with this we are able to sort of not only bring awareness but also making sure that people are very careful about how they are building any smart contract based Web3 project. And any preempt that we can do, we are happy to do it because at the end of the day, the technology should grow in a positive direction and it should not grow in a negative direction. So
Yeah,
that is one.
yeah. No,
And other thing that we do is, we look at uh, a repository. We are building on a repository called Web3 Suggest. This repository is basically everything that one wants to know about what's happening in the Web3 world. It may be events, it may be courses, it may be learning programs, it may be webinars, it may also be a list of venture capitalists and investors who are willing to invest in the Web3 project and stuff like that. So this particular repository, we are calling it as Web3 Suggest. uh, uh, for anybody to look up Web3 Suggest, they can just type web3suggest.xyz. So you can find all the information about Web3, for you to learn and understand, and even it helps you to start up your own Web3 project.
mm. Oh, that's really nice. I didn't know that, but yeah, you need to actually share that with us so that we can share it with the community as well.
Can I share the link here in the chat?
Yeah, sure,
Okay.
do that, and I will make sure to share it with the community. No, we've been we've been working with you guys now for a few months, and
Hmm.
it was uh, it was actually a very nice working environment. Is you guys are extremely helpful and nice and polite and explain very well. It's uh, it's actually been the best experience I've had with an audit company. So all credit to you for that.
Thank you, John. And it's really encouraging that you're saying this, because the team works very hard, and I would certainly pass your message to the team, and they will be super happy.
Yeah, you should because they. Yeah, no, I never experienced that. It was very, very nice, amazing actually, and it was. I don't know how many times we come back to you guys with things, but it was a lot, and
Yes.
even you guys even joined our chat with the insurance company to make sure that everything was done uh, in a smooth way. So yeah, no, everyone should definitely look into you guys for sure.
Right, right. And I might as well take this little opportunity to sort of mention one very interesting thing, is that we have just launched a grant program for Web3 startup founders. Anybody who wants to have some kind of a grant, we are providing up to $3,000 worth of grant for any upcoming Web3 projects. So in the form of audit, and we also support them with respect to securing, guiding them with respect to the smart contract and how secure it can be for them. So yeah, so this particular grant will certainly help and encourage a lot of upcoming Web3 projects.
Wow. Yeah, well, that's the kind of uh, work and commitment that kind of separates you guys from many others as well. It's I think it's important today, especially with the Web3, that we have people that are up in front of it and guiding and helping people. I think
Mhm.
that's a very good thing.
Right.
Definitely.
I just shared the link to the grants. People in the audience can go through and take advantage of this particular grant.
Awesome. Did you send it in Telegram or?
No, so there's a section called private chat and the
Yeah.
comments in this particular
Oh, there.
video.
Yeah, I found it.
All right.
Awesome. There. Copy. I'm going to share it right away. There. There's two links here.
Yes. So one is about Web3 Suggest, and another is about the grant that we are offering.
Okay. Cool.
For anybody who wants to be a part of our journey, we are on Telegram, we are on LinkedIn, we are on Twitter. So just look us up on about QuillAudits, and you can connect with us. Uh, for those who did not understand my pronunciation, it is QuillAudits, Quill Audits.
Yes, it is. It's shared in community here now, both of the links, and
Right.
I will make sure that other projects here as well will see this link. We will share it directly with them.
That's great. That's great.
Awesome. So, do you have any other things you want to talk about in terms of Quill audits? Maybe the
Uh,
team.
Yeah, sure. For the first time in the world, I think we are coming up with exclusive Web3 security, themed events, both offline and online. So follow us, for all the updates, because we will be we will be coordinating with a lot of security guys over there who are experts in auditing, cyber security and blockchain security and all of that. And we are doing this for the simple reason that we do not see any other company who is doing the same thing as a competitor. In fact, we are looking them as a partners, because collectively we are helping people to save their Web3 projects. So from that context, we are holding Web3 security exclusive events where everybody is invited, everybody is open to share their own ideas, and we are open to share our own ideas. Collectively we do some good stuff and support blockchain based projects.
Yeah, and I feel the same way. I do the same way. I don't see other projects as competitors. It's more like we're one big family here, trying to do the same things. And if we're going to sit on our own corners and not sharing or helping anyone, this space ain't going anywhere.
Yes.
And it's the same with you guys. It's exchange of ideas and findings is super important for the progress of this space.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's such a big difference from the real world, because in the real world we would actually do that. And
Mm.
I've been doing business now for 30 years, and in real life, and when I entered this space, it was very closed when it come to team owners and teams in particular in the different projects.
Mhm.
And but I see that especially with Elnan now here in Tayara, he's doing a great job. He's definitely stepping this up, and it's I think we're on the right path to get things better, because if we
Absolutely.
don't, someone will do it for us, and we don't want that.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. So I think that's the only way, and that's also one of the ways to build community trust and uh, you know achieve mass adoption of Web3 projects, right? Uh, so I feel a very positive feeling about working as partners, working collaboratively, and helping each other.
Yeah, definitely. All right, I think that's about it. We are getting to an end, but you're free to speak more if you want. Uh,
No, so I think I've to sum up the whole thing. I really thank the opportunity that you've given me to talk to your audience, and I hope that the Web3 founders, if there are Web3 founders out here, and people who are working on any projects, they feel the need for the security aspect to be one of their important part in their journey. And I would like to wish everyone all the best. And I think it's a great it was great talking to you as well, John, because this is something very important, and it's absolutely delightful that to see that you encourage similar way of working in your organization as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Pradeep. You and your team is highly recommended from us. You have done an outstanding job, so we will make sure to speak good for you on your behalf. Well, we always done, so we'll continue doing that. So, thank you very much for joining us here.
Thank you, John. It was nice talking to you as well.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.